Well, it's very nice to see that we started off green again today. It's nice after a couple days of red to see us defending structure in the way that we are. I noticed something very interesting building on the ADA chart. This is building on most charts throughout crypto right now, and I do want to talk about this. But the reason we're seeing green is from something that has been heavily impacting the market as of late. And this time, the news happened to be good. And we'll talk about that in this video. I want to talk about also another filing for ADA, as well as a few other things here. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, I love to see us defending this structure. This is again that long-term trend that dates all the way back to, oh gosh, when was that? The late 2024. It's nice to see us continue to bounce off of this time and time again, that for ADA to show some resilience in these ranges. And I noticed something very interesting in the charts. We are, in fact, if you eliminate the wick down here, we are actually building an inverse head and shoulders. And here is our, oh, if I could draw, here is our neckline-ish. So ADA might be on the verge of actually trying to push towards this. This is something we need to pay attention to, pushing to about 60, 66, 67 cents or so sometime over the next couple days. And we need to see, are we going to get this breach through here, or are we going to get a rejection off of this again and come back down to the trend one more time? That's the big question here. Nobody knows for sure, but we basically have to be patient like we've been many times before. I know some people are saying they're tired, they're exhausted, and guys, I get it. I'm ready for this thing to break wide open and just start running. And, you know, maybe we need the government shutdown conclusion to happen for us to get there. I will say that for those that missed it, there was a vote that took place yesterday and it did not pass. So we are still now in the 23rd day of a government shutdown, one of the longer ones we've dealt with in I think in history. Not the longest, but we're creeping up to that now. But why we're seeing green throughout the crypto market is we've been very heavily reliant on tariff news as of late. And this news that came late yesterday sent the market into a little bit of a pump. What it actually was President Trump saying he will make a deal with China on everything. So basically where we started 2 weeks ago on that Friday with the 100+% tariff increases on China was all for naught. And now we sit at lower prices, and it's really super annoying. I'm sure you guys agree with me and are ready for things to just start opening up and moving in a much better way. Now, that being said, BTC having a great start to its day as well, actually up about 1.78%, testing the top of its trend. Remember, we were building this bear pennant here, so we got to obviously watch and make sure that we're not breaking to the downside. But if BTC can break through this, get back above structure here, we're probably going to be in pretty good shape. Total 3 fighting that $1 trillion mark right now. And actually, BTC dominance getting a rejection off of the top of its trend here, off of the 60% range like we were talking about. It's not a confirmed breakdown yet or anything like that. We're actually sitting right on top of this line that we've identified here, this 59.85%. So this would be actually a good point of rejection if we can get that. Not saying we're getting it for sure, but that's kind of where we're at there. Now, that being said, we actually have some good news from ADA. T. Rowe Price actually has filed for a crypto ETF, another basket ETF. And what we're seeing is ADA listed in this ETF basket. So I think that marks, it's either 3 or 4 basket ETFs that include ADA. I believe there's been 3 ADA spot ETFs that have been filed for as well. And again, maybe once we get to the conclusion of this government shutdown, you're going to see all these ETF products launched and live. And maybe that brings additional institutional demand that's sitting on the sidelines. Who knows? We'll see what there is, but there's over 100 ETFs that are going to be entering the market for multiple different assets. And this is, again, where you maybe have a chance to see some altcoin dominance on the rise. Something I wanted to point to here is, as well as this was a great post by Ali Charts. He said, over the last 2 years, BTC has trended to rebound when traders' loss margin drops below negative 12%. It's currently at 5%. You guys can see several of these dips that have actually been the bottoms of our dips, right? Back here in basically April of 2025, back here again in, go figure, August of 2024. We obviously talked about August of 2024 yesterday, back here in September of 2023. So there's a lot of consistency to this, and it doesn't mean that we have to go all down further or anything like that. We might, who knows? Don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a fortune teller, but it feels like at some point this thing is just going to hit very unexpectedly, and a lot of people are going to get stuck. So stuck on the sidelines. That being said, just wanted to show you guys the institutional flows yesterday. $101 million in outflows on the BTC side. On the Ethereum side, $18 million in outflows. So we're kind of mimicking exactly what we did last week. Price is acting very similar. Institutional money is acting very similar. You guys remember we had that green day, and then $104 million in outflows. Green day, $101 million in outflows. So a lot of consistency for this week. And again, it seems like it's calming down just a little bit less volatility. It seems like everything's kind of coiling. And then at some point, we'll break through one way or the other. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.